May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the Euro USD. The Euro USD today is September 7th. And we'll take a look at the economic calendar coming up. Monday, Tuesday, there's no red folders. Be careful trading on those days. Price can get kind of wonky when there are no news drivers. Wednesday, core PPI. Thursday, this is the big one. That's why it's highlighted. Core CPI, Consumer Price Index. This is the one that the Fed looks towards when they have to determine interest rate decisions. And with the low numbers coming in for NFP, this becomes extra important. So be clear on that day. Make sure you get your trading in before the news. Be flat during the news if you can, and wait until the news is announced, and then get back into the market and fade that move once you see the direction of price, right? Uh, CPI is a big one, so you got to be careful. CPI, FOMC, interest rate decisions, and NFP. Those are the big ones that you need to be careful because there's potential for the market to reverse. Now we're looking at the monthly time frame. Now, if you haven't seen the U.S. dollar index breakdown that I did before this video, the one I did put out before this video, you need to go check it out. All right, you need to go and check it out because that one has spent some time breaking down the direction of the U.S. dollar, and everything depends on the direction of the U.S. dollar, the bias of the U.S. dollar. So you want to go check that out. I won't make this one an extended video like that one. Okay, so we're looking at the monthly. What you can see is we've been bearish, right? We've been bearish since 2008. Look at this. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low. And we have this movement that could prove to be the next lower high for the next movement down, all right, towards these lows. But so we've been bullish as far as the internal structure on the monthly. The higher time frame says bearish. Look at this. Look at this high, a higher high, all right? And then we have this retracement. We've been in this bearish channel there for quite some time, all right? But let's get back to these prices here, okay? We got February, March, April, May, June. All of it's been bullish for the euro, except for July. That was a bearish month. I want you to see this up close. All right. And you can see that we did not overlap the previous month. We did trade towards that high. All right. We took out that high, but we did not take out the low. That was almost a 90% retracement, right? And at the end of that retracement, we see this quick turnaround. Wow. All right. You would think that we would take out that low, but we did not. Price moved higher. All right. But this is the correction to this move. We are still in correction territory if we haven't taken out that high. That's what I want to stress to you. Okay. So, and we see how the month ended and how August ended, right? Well within the range of the previous month. We close within the range. And then September opens up. We push down, we push up, and then we are here. We were traced to here so far. All right. We are well within August's trading range. And I want you to see that we have taken the high, all right, which is interesting. We swept the high, but we didn't trade above it. Okay, if this candle was not here, I would think that because we took out the low already here, we should be trading towards this high. Even though we didn't get all the way there, we closed within it, thinking that the next candle will complete that journey. However, you can see that we are losing a little momentum, don't you think? All right, if we go down to the weekly, what we can see is price made this nice bullish impulsive move to the upside and created the swing high here. This is the swing high. All right, we have not taken out that swing high yet. All right, and you can see over the last several weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, prices left these long wicks. It looks like the buyers are defending from lower prices, right? And but we're not breaking new highs either. That's interesting. I want you to also see that last week we closed well within the high of the previous week. When I see price move, we trade past the high of the previous month, but close back within it, within the range, it lets me believe that the next candle will close, will trade towards the low of this candle, of the most recent candle. So I have a slight bias already going into this week. You understand that? Okay. So doesn't mean that we won't sweep these highs because it's right there. This looks like a smooth edge compared to this. But and you know, ICT teaches us that market likes smooth edges for sweeps and whatnot, and uh, that's something to be wary of. Let's go down to the daily so we can get some more insight. Now, what I want you to see is once this high, this protected high, was created, that swing high, you can see the market had a very nice bullish leg up. That's the last manipulation leg up. We took out the previous swing high, the previous high. All right, and we swept that liquidity, and we made that high. All right, price retraces back into the bullish leg. Great. We, we attempted to go higher to make a higher high. It failed. This is a failed swing. What do? We break structure to the downside. This is a market structure shift, in my opinion. Cool. All right. We understand. Price corrects this impulsive move here, just like it did the opposite in the U.S. dollar index. What do we see? What can we, you know, what's our takeaway from this? One, we haven't taken out this high yet, that swing high. All right. This is the highest. This is the highest high. All right. And this would, I would consider a intermediate swing high, just like this one, on either side of the major swing high. And we haven't taken out that high yet. If price takes out that high and maintains the swing high, and they're close, so it's not it's too close to call for me. But if we take out this high and head down, I would not be surprised. I would be looking for that setup. You understand? Price could definitely move lower from this high because we swept the high of the consolidation. We swept the high of the consolidation here. So price could move down from current highs. You understand? From current highs, because you see the reaction, the bearish reaction there, it could start to move down lower from there. It certainly could. So just like the scenario I gave with the US dollar index, these are the things that we need to watch coming up. All right. This is a liquidity high. Price could very well pop up here and then continue down. Okay. Sweep the buy side liquidity and continue down. Also, price has already swept the consolidation high right here. It could see, this could be the impetus for the catalyst for lower prices. All right. There is a liquidity high that I'm looking down uh, at the sell side right here, and I would like to see price tap into that. This was a tap into the bullish fair value gap here that price used for higher prices, but we can see that we didn't get a higher high than this high. All right, so that might be coming next week. But right now, I'm looking for bearish setups. All right. Some people are still thinking that it's a bullish market, bullish neutral, and leaning more bullish than bearish. They might be right, but I still say because of this move here and the fact that the high that was created from this low was broken here, a bearish market, a bearish shift, a bearish break of market structure. This is the correction, and I believe this will be the next impulsive leg. Now, we'll see how it worked out next week. All right. I like the fact that there is a way to measure that that pullback, and we are right at the 786. All right, we are right at the 786, and you see the rejection from there. We're coming back towards it. Maybe the market will turn over, and maybe not. If we see the market, let me make this clear. If we see the market make a bullish fair value gap here next week, come Monday, if Monday closes and we have a bullish fair value gap here, the market could use this for higher prices towards that protected high. If that happens, when we see a break and close above that protected high over here, then that's not a very straight line. But if we do see that happen, then I'll switch my bias to bullish. Right now, I'm I'm still thinking that we are in correction territory because we haven't taken out this high yet. So I am looking for bearish setups to sweep the sell side liquidity. All right. I hope that makes sense to you. If you like it, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the boost button. If you want to see more of my videos, that's what I need you to do. That's all I ask. And make sure you leave a comment. Bullish, bearish. If you have a different point of view or perspective, I love to hear from you. I love to hear breakdowns from different perspectives, especially the Elliott Wave people. So I'd like to hear from ICT people, supply and demand guys, and support and resistance people. I love to hear your perspective. All right, I'll see you in the next video. The next video is going to be pound USD. Be there or be square.